In a standard push-up, you use around 70% of your body weight. A push-up is a great exercise which activates a lot of muscles like the triceps, shoulders, chest, serratus anterior, abs, hip flexors, and even quads. In a correct push-up position, you should extend your legs, tilt your pelvis backwards, push your shoulder blades forward into protraction, and aim for a neutral head position. When you go down, you keep the position like that, except for the shoulder blades, which should be moved together actively by retracting them. Never hang passively in your structures. When it comes to the hand placement, you can use a wide, a normal, or a close grip, but never completely outflare your elbows. This can be achieved by letting your fingers point slightly outwards, like in 5-to-1 on the clock. Don't only work in the lower or upper part of the movement. Instead, aim for a full range of motion. A trigger point is to touch the ground with your chest. Your nose should only be slightly above the ground in that position. If you want to increase the range of motion or if you have wrist problems, you can do the push-ups on parallettes. Keep in mind to also place the feet higher if you want to have the same intensity as in normal push-ups. As mentioned before, you can use different hand placements. A wide grip will focus more on the chest, a narrow grip will focus more on your triceps. We suggest a shoulder or a little more than shoulder wide grip to get a good mix between shoulder, triceps and chest activation for the standard push-up. If you want to make the standard push-up easier, you could either do incline, negative or knee push-ups. Knee push-ups is the worst of those three options because the bent knee position will easier lead to an arched back. It's still not wrong to do it as long as you aim for a posterior tilted pelvis. Incline push-ups are much better because the body position is the same as when you do the push-ups on the ground. Here you can adjust the angle exactly to your current level. The last option are negative push-ups. Here you only use the negative part of the movement and let yourself down controlled for at least 4 seconds for every rep. If you want to make the standard push-up harder, you could use rings. But always keep in mind that a ring push-up is harder because you have to stabilize yourself, and not because you increase the intensity by adding weight or changing the lever. In all kinds of ring push-ups, you can rotate the rings outwards in the top position. This is very good for shoulder stability and biceps activation, but it's not a must, especially when your main goal is the activation of your chest. To increase the difficulty, it's also possible to do band-resisted push-ups. Just place the band behind your shoulder blades and do the standard push-up. This can be quite challenging, because the band can easily slip off your shoulders, so make sure that you place the bands correctly before you start your set. The last option to make the standard push-up harder on this level is the side-to-side push-up. Here you increase the lever by shifting your weight more to one side instead of going down in the center. The more you shift your weight and extend your arm on the other side, the harder this exercise gets. Don't shift your weight back into the middle position before or while you push yourself up. This is a compensation and makes the movement easier. If you can't do the exercise with the correct form, just use a more narrow hand placement. As in every archer-like movement, you alternate between the left and the right side. So one side-to-side push-up repetition is 1 rep on the left and 1 rep on the right side.